Hello, Rosemary.
Hello, Carol. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. We got bright sun in the background here, so I hope it's not blinding anybody.
No, it's all good, thank you.
Yeah.
So we are here for our May reading, and we decided to do something a little different. We chose to do Rosie Does Tarot readings, and so we decided to pull a Major Arcana, and then we drew cards from our deck. So let's see what transpired.
Yeah, this was really fun. And I got this idea from a lady that I work with out of the UK, who is me psychic medium and does tarot and other kinds of classes. And she had this idea of taking the Major Arcana deck out of the tarot, the Major Arcana cards. There's 22 of them, and shuffling them and pulling one, and that becomes the theme of your spread. And so we had talked about that and decided to try it with our Oracle deck. And our Oracle decks, I think it worked great. What do you think?
I think it did too, and it was also interesting because the timing of our discussion was because at my work we brought in my boss brought in some sets of 22 major arcana tarot
Oh,
decks,
wow. Right,
which
right, right.
which I didn't understand necessarily why just the 22 cards. So then we had that conversation, and then we thought,
Right.
let's experiment with
Let's
this.
experiment. I'd never done this before, so I'm
Yeah.
really excited about it. It's honestly, it surprised me because they blended so beautifully. So that just shows you that the cards are like GPS, they're
Uh-huh.
guides, they're flashlights, they shine light on stuff, and they don't have to be of the same ilk. They still work together, which I think is very cool.
Right, right. So let's see here. So I am Carole Funk, and I'm an integrative practitioner of metaphysics with numerous certifications. I've studied several different modalities, and I really feel like my calling is to create transformative tools and to support others on their growth. And I'm continuing to grow up as well.
Me too.
there's there's always something that pulls me back in the back. Even like last time was for a whole week I was seeing the last the three first digit of the phone number that I worked for 20 some years, family business, and I'm like, okay, what's the message here?
Exactly, being aware and paying
Right.
attention. Yeah.
So and then funny enough, I have a shoulder injury which could be aggravated with all the lifting that I've done in the past. So
Yeah.
wondering if it's all linked together. But anyway,
Everything's all linked together. Of course it is.
so I'm hoping that I'm here to support others with through private and group sessions, and just really passionate about supporting others on their growth and creating consciousness shifts, because I feel like once we bring things to the surface, then we can address them. So
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
now let's meet Rosemary for just a bit.
I'm Yeah, I'm I go by Rosie. I'm Rosemary/Rosie Nevada. I'm a psychic medium. Um, I like to use the aptitudes that I have to communicate in all different ways with all different beings. Some two-legged, four-legged, skinless beings that aren't in their skins anymore. It's a great gig. It's really, really fun and really interesting. I do direct readings. I also use divination tools. Of course, oracle decks and tarot decks are my favorites, but I do scrying and I use runes and other things as well. And I'm very, very passionate about using my aptitudes to be of service to other people, to be of service in unusual ways that might give you information that you never expected. So yeah, it's really, really fun.
So now we didn't, this time we didn't ask necessarily a question before we pulled the cards. We kind of let the tarot, the Major Arcana card that Rosie pulled, So she shuffled, and then she asked me whenever I said stop to stop, and then that was the card that she flipped. So I'm going to leave the floor to you because you are the expert out of the two of us in tarot. I am not. So I will let you lead.
Well, I would hardly call myself an expert, but I am a fan for sure. There's no question about that. So the card that when Carole said stop, the card that came up what, and this is the traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck. Now, Smith, Pamela Smith, is the person who never was credited, but she's the artist. There would be being and all the symbology in the art, and there would be no deck if it wasn't for Pamela Smith. So, of course, again, the woman doesn't get credit, but we are giving credit to her now. So the card that came up is the Major Arcana card. Major Arcana cards are overarching themes, life themes, big themes in big situations. They're associated with big choices, big changes, big events. And this is the Sun card. It's number 19. In numerology, that reduces to a 1 because 9 and 1 is 10 and 1 and 0 is 1. So it's a 1 with uh, potential and possibilities that's quite large because the 0 is pregnant with possibilities that hold space. So, and this in evolutionary astrology, the sun is about the self, and it's about the self in tarot as well. It's associated with Leo, and it's associated with creative self-actualization. So it's got a little baby on it. It's got authenticity associated with it and growth and expansion. And it's a very joyful card. So I have this great app on my phone called it's Galaxy Tarot, and they do great explanations. So I'm going to read to you their interpretation of the Sun card. And I find it to be very, very, it's beautiful, it's accurate, it's wonderful. So the keywords for this card for the Sun, keywords are joy, vitality, success, optimism, clarity, and authenticity. So the Sun is a card of vitality, success, and simple joy. It represents solutions and information becoming clear and the expression of one's authentic self. It often appears as a reminder that when you focus on happiness, the good things and feelings become a lens that help you see more opportunities for growth and joy. So this is about, I feel like this is our card, Soulful Joyful Living, because that's what it's about.
Right, right.
Yeah, when you let your inner light shine by expressing your joyful and authentic self in the world, you are like a little sun yourself. You're a shining star, warming and inspiring others and attractive positive attention and illuminating a clear path towards contentment and success. And then this particular app has an affirmation for this card. And the affirmation is, my heart is open to the wonder and joy in life. How beautiful is that? And that's our thing is soulful, joyful living. So yeah. So that's information that we went by that we thought about when we started pulling from our body of wisdom decks.
And when you pulled the card, the sun kind of reminded me of I always think about, the solar plexus as a little sun. So it
Yes,
just kind of, and it's the willpower and the seat of power, and
it
it's about
is.
yourself, and it's the
Ex-
emotional and everything else. So it felt like um, we're working on this kind of on the solar plexus, and how can we, so from that pool of a card, we kind of ask, what would support this vitality, this confidence, this success, and authenticity, and then we started pulling out cards from our own decks.
Yes. Yeah, that was the process. And it was really entertaining and interesting and fun. It's interesting because this has got so much yellow in it. And so many of the cards that came out have a yellow cast to them.
We carried
So,
that theme
you
all.
can't make this stuff up. It's so weird. They were random picks and they all have a sort of a yellow cast or glow to them. You
So
want to go ahead and start? Yeah.
sure. So the first card that we pulled is I am being. And the message itself is by being an awakened soul, being an observer, and being fully accepting and patient, I live up, I live up each present moment. This card, for some reason, also reminds me of the bee because of
Yeah, it does. It's
in
like
the
bees.
yellow, which also makes me think about the how the bee works. They work together. So the sun is about the self, but it's about, to me it's about this card. By me being, it also is a mindful reminder of the impact that I have on the collective as I am being. So I don't know, I thought it was an important mention to share, because we can't forget that we are part of the whole, and every action, every deed, every thought we contribute has influences somehow, somewhere. And
Right.
so the more we are into the being rather than the doing, we become more aware and awakened.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And because it is the sun, the sun is our star. The sun is our source of light, and our location in the orbit around it is what gives this planet life. This is life-giving.
Uh-huh.
And it affects the entire collective as we absorb the energy of the sun and we move forward on our paths as individuals and as a collective. Again, it's like I totally agree with you, the idea about the bees.
So this card is from the I Am Oracle, which we pulled from.
Yeah,
And
that's Carole's first deck. I love it. It's an affirmation deck. I bought it right after she published it, and I still pull from it every day because I love the affirmations, and they're all accompanied with down at the bottom, there's these
one or
really
two
deep
questions.
questions that you can journal about them, you can think about them, you can meditate on them. And I just say, what do I need to know today? How do I need to be affirmed, or what do I need to affirm today? And I pull a card, and I that's sort of my mantra that I carry in my head throughout the day, and it really makes my day a lot better. So this is her very first deck.
So the question for the I Am Being card is, how could you experience life more in the here and now? It's bringing
Oh,
you back to that
the
present moment.
present.
And
Yeah.
and I think it's in that still point, there's equanimity. There's you're kind of it's almost like everything is blocked out, and you're just with yourself in
Mhm.
that space of that 0 point.
Yeah, I like that. And this is the sun is about the self. It's about being with the self. It is about who you are, your essence,
And I think
your specific light.
sorry, the baby, the fact that it's a baby on the is it on a horse?
Yes, it's on a
Okay.
horse.
So the baby is kind of like, you have all that potential.
Yes.
It brings it back to, having that, if you're looking at life through the eyes of a baby, you're kind of, you have all this available to you, and then what opportunities are you going to seek, or what, there's so much potential. So
Yes.
nothing is limiting. So I think it's important also, in terms of the symbolic meaning
Oh,
here
yeah.
is like there's nothing is set in stone. It's all palpable and malleable and created, and
And it's also experiential because
right,
children learn by doing. They learn through the experience. They just do it to see what happens.
right.
And this is it adds up to a one, but it's a one that is created by a 10 and a zero, and zero is a placeholder. It's empty waiting to be filled. So zeros add potential to that. A new beginning is a big deal anyway, but the the fact that a zero helped create it, it is full of potentials and possibilities because it's waiting to be filled, to embrace everything. So this is a baby with a new beginning, waiting to embrace everything. Potential possibilities abound.
And I trust that also when I'm getting from the baby being on a horse, it's kind of like it's full what is
Full
it,
throttle.
throttle
Yeah,
ahead.
full throttle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a hard the th is always hard with the French.
Yeah, because it's not a sound that you have yet.
But
And you know
it's
what else? This is the year of the fire horse. In Chinese calendar, it's the year of the fire horse, and look at that orange red flag.
Mhm. But
Yeah.
and the one is about leadership, so it's
Yeah.
about embracing all of this power that you have. As you know, the horse is a magnificent creature, and it's got presence. And so to
Mm,
me, it's kind of like the leadership. The one, it represents the leadership, and it's the baby is all that potential. So it's embracing those leadership skills to be the creator of your reality and lead your life in the way that you want to lead it. So.
exactly. And in medicine, in Native American animal medicine, horses are a power animal. So yeah, that's a great that's a beautiful interpretation. Thank you, Carole.
You. Do you want to take on the next card?
Sure. So our next deck that we used was the color deck, and it's about working with colors and their qualities and their frequencies. And it's so interesting because the card that came up is Luminous Lemon, and it's a yellow card, and it was like, oh wow. Now my camera skews to blues. Carol's is more accurate in the color. So all of our cards have an opening phrase that is the same on each card. So the color deck, its opening phrase is I'm open to the experience of. I love that whole being open to something. It's so great. And its qualities are light, inspiration, and innovation. So that I think that goes perfectly with this
Right.
because it's about light and it's starting something new, self-discovery, being innovative. Yeah, so the message is I am open to the experience of letting the light within me inspire me to create. My heart's desires lead to innovations that uplift humanity. And there's that collective again that we were talking about earlier.
Well, and it reminds me of so now I'm referring back to the baby and just the fact that it's a spiral is also about that baby evolving. So
Yes, the
so it's
leveling up,
interesting.
the
You're right.
leveling up.
Right.
Each time it comes back to the beginning, it's a level higher. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Fantastic.
I just love the vibrancy of this color, and it really
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like joyful and soulful and um,
And I love it to me there's I feel like when I touch it I should be able
texture.
to feel texture
Yeah.
because it's very textured. And then this shape in the center reminds me of an eye. Looks like an
Okay.
eye to me.
Yeah. For me, it was a seed, and I felt
A
like
seed, yeah.
like the lemon. You know, the lemons have seeds, so it felt like and then if you look at an actual slice of a lemon, it's very similar to the threads of the spiral here.
Oh yeah.
So
Looks like the pulp. Looks like the
yes,
pulp in
exactly. Yeah, the pulp. Yes.
it. Excuse me. I'm in a new location and I'm being exposed to different plants that are coming alive for the spring. And so I've got a little congestion going on.
I hope you feel better though.
Oh, I'm fine. It's just a little thing.
So the next card that came up is from the crystal deck that we pulled, and it's I am rhodosite, which is also in the yellow, a little bit more greenish but it's still in the yellows. And it's got voicing a message of it's time to take the leap. It's time. It's time to make the changes. Are you ready to rev things up? It's time to boost your energy. Are you ready to up your enthusiasm? It's time to jump into optimism. Are you ready to up your confidence? It's time to amp up all of your gifts. Are you ready to take the leap? It's time for you to leap into your I am. I think it's a perfect card because we talked about vitality, we talked about confidence, we talked about joy, we talked about energy, so it's all related to what the tarot card, the major arcana of the
Right.
sun.
And the
Kind of
baby
talks.
is the I am. The sun is the
Yes,
I am. The
right.
sun is the self. So yeah, this is a can't make this stuff up. This is the perfect card for this. That's crazy.
Feels like a very smooth reading, there's
Yeah.
just
Well,
all working together.
and that's so interesting because we're using oracle decks, which are not, oracle decks are typically not structured. They're structured by the author, but they don't follow any set thing, whereas a tarot deck is highly structured. But look at how beautifully they meld. They're melding so beautifully. So the next one, oh, this was fun when we did this. The next one is a consciousness deck. I love that we have this is a deck of heads. And so it's
Right.
like you can see the minds and the souls working. And when we were working with this card, we had jumpers, which is when one card comes up and another card comes up at the same time. And they both fit. So we ended up with light language and we ended up with use look at
Universal.
Carole's cards because my camera skews the color and the
Universal.
Universal Symphony of Light. So I'll read both of these to you. And the this deck, the consciousness deck, always begins with the phrase "I'm grateful for," and then whatever we think we all when we were working on this deck, we felt like it was so important to express gratitude. Everything, it's like everything is better with bacon. Everything is better with gratitude. At least I love bacon. Not everybody does. I don't love how you get it, but I love the taste of it. So,
Right.
light language. So, I'm grateful for this activation and their encoded messages to further my understanding and deepen my connections. This infusion of information immerses me in the purest and highest frequency, that of divine love. So, the sun is our source of light. It's all about light. And so I think that's absolutely perfect for that the light language codes came up uh regarding that. And there are people who, Carole, you write light language, don't you? It comes in naturally.
Little bit, yeah. I recently had some more writings. Um, just to clear it, so it's sometimes it's just like it's kind of like automatic writing, but
Hmm.
it's in symbols. So
Yeah.
um,
There's the lady that does healing, equine medicine, working with horses. She's in South Africa and she speaks it and she speaks it and chants it while she works with the horses. Oh, yeah. Get that a little bit closer.
oh,
It's easy. You can't, yeah, yeah, a little bit closer, closer to the lens and then there you go. Yeah. So that looks like a spiral to me. When you hold it up, it looks like it's going like this to me. My eyes saw it as a spiral.
yeah, it's so a lot of time I usually write vertically,
Hmm.
but sometimes I have to flip the paper horizontally, and it
Hmm.
just flows. So um,
That's interesting.
yeah, so
Really interesting.
this way is a little
Yeah,
different.
that's beautiful.
But
Looks very organic to me.
and it's very it's energy. I mean, I can feel when I'm writing or when I'm hovering, I'm doing hovering it. It feels
Yeah,
energetic
feel the
coming off.
energetics of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a feeling. It's more of a feeling than anything because I don't know what it means, but I can sense the shift. I can sense something with it. So.
Oh, that's
um,
interesting. That's really interesting. Do you want to do the second card?
It's up to you. I mean, the other one is Universal Symphony of Light. So it says, I'm grateful to be an instrument of light with my own melody. As I vibrate to my heart's song, I come together with all that is, remembering that I am part of the symphony and the universal lattice of energy and light.
I love that
So,
the light inside of the head looks like a lattice.
uh-huh.
Have you ever seen Sacred Mirrors? It's by an artist, Alex Gray, I think is his name. And his paintings, his oils are on linen, and they have a lot of light lattice work in it. They're very fascinating. It's a big book. It's like a coffee table book. And if you ever get a chance, take a look at it because this reminds me so much of his artwork. This grid, this light grid.
And it just reminds you here that you're part of the collective, you're part of all that is. And
Exactly.
and remembering, we talked about in the Rhodosite, it's talked about tapping into your all of your gifts. So this comes again, remembering that you're part of, you have that uniqueness to yourself. Your heart song is attuned to you, that there's got a special resonance, a special understanding and wisdom that is attached to you from experiences and everything else. So and ancient knowledge. And so it's interesting that it really ties together.
Yeah, it's so. This was such a fun process. I can't even believe how much fun it was. I shouldn't be surprised because I worked with cards long enough to know that if you know your deck and your deck knows you and your decks know you, they cooperate with you. It's like that class we do in getting to know your deck and how we do that 9 card spread at the end where we have a conversation with the deck and ask how we're going to be working together and their personalities just come out and they tell you how they want to work with you and how you can work with them better. And so this is just what we did today was another example of how they just are here to they're tools.
Right.
They're
Right.
tools to help us out.
There's one last card.
Yeah, and it's from the Manifestor
That's your
deck.
deck, yes.
This is our 5th deck, and it's super vibey. There's so much vibrance and energy in the images. Carole created them to look like when you look at the images, they actually sort of shimmer. They shimmer and move and vibrate.
Would you like to take that one?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. So it's Foolproof Lifeboat. And I thought it was a perfect ending of a card for the reading itself, because so all of the cards from the Manifestor deck start out with for the purpose of manifesting my soul's desires. So and then we have the message. So for the purpose of manifesting my soul's desires, I remind myself that I am always afloat and safe to weather any storm. I let go of the emotional turbulence and the fear that have arisen, knowing that the universe always has my back. In that moment of surrender, I trust that I am led to where I need to be. So, as you're exploring the self and as you're awakening and, tapping into that confidence, that joy, that vitality, knowing that you're always supported, I think is reassuring. And then when you start really believing in that, that you are supported, it almost feels like you're invincible in some ways. We're not, we're human, but at the same time, we talked about enthusiasm, we talked about optimism, we talked about that energy and vitality, life force. All of this is knowing that you're supported kind of helps you. That's the support to for you to
Right.
carry on and leap and take that leap. That what is
Right.
that?
It gives you the confidence to
Right.
know because you've got that support, it gives you that confidence, and this card is also about confidence. So yeah. Oh, and again, we got the yellow. It's so interesting that the cards that came up were yellow.
It just carried the theme,
It did
that
all the way through.
yeah.
To me, that's a message from the cards that, yeah, we like doing this. This is different. This is fun. We can play.
Well, and I think it's about exploring also. It's that's one thing why I don't necessarily do tarot is because it feels very structured.
It is very
But
structured, and there's a big movement right now within tarot communities. You'll see it all over Facebook. Is that the original tarot is, it's from the 1400s where it started in Europe, and then gradually, ultimately, the Rider deck is from the late 1800s. So the energy is different because it's past.
right,
And so instead of right now, what's happening with tarot is people are encouraged to read it intuitively.
right.
What do you see in the card? What symbology do you see? And you saw so much symbology and picked up on it and elaborated on it. And actually, it's basically the meaning of the card.
Well, and
But you don't have to get stuck in it. You can use your intuition to read
yeah,
them as well.
I don't know anything about tarot, but I read intuitively, and like
Intuitively, yeah.
for me, the flag represents the success
Yes.
for some
And
reason. I
that's
don't
what
know
it's
why,
about.
but
Yeah. And the color in it, it's orange, so it also makes me think of creativity.
yeah, exactly. It's like the power of the sacral, bring it to the sacral, the connection between the solar and the sacral is,
Yeah.
you know, your power, the inspiration, like all the cards talked about inspiration, innovation, that comes from the
Right.
sacral.
Right.
And then the solar gives you that confidence and the vitality and the drive and the power
Right.
to go after what you want. So
Exactly.
the horse to me is very symbolic also
Oh,
here, is
very,
because it's
very,
like
yeah.
moving forward, and it's moving forward at the leap of the rhodozite is the leap of you know, when the horse takes a step, it's like five of my feet, you know.
Right, exactly.
So 5.5. So it feels like it's a big leap every time. It's a big step forward.
Big step
So
forward, right?
if we're confident, if we have the vitality, we know we're supported. We understand the importance of being. You know, bringing it back to the present moment, where we have the power of choice in that stillness, in that equanimous time. Uh,
Hmm.
we can make the right decisions. We're part. It's just an alignment.
Yes.
So
And this is also about being alignment. One of the characteristics of the sun is about being in alignment with the self.
okay.
So yeah, and being authentic and being in alignment with yourself. So yeah, so you picked up on that too. This was really, wasn't it?
Well, it's I'm thankful for it too, because it shows that I don't necessarily need to know what the card is about to
No.
be able to interpret the card, you know, or give it meaning to what we're doing. So,
Right, exactly. Well, you're in such an intuitive anyway, so the cards are going to feed you information
so,
because you're aware and open. So yeah.
so these are our decks that you can find online, and we can find in different stores as well. And uh, Rosie is working on getting them into a store in Albuquerque, and then I have some of them in Oregon here, and they're available online as well. We welcome you to join our the Body of Wisdom Oracle Circle Facebook group, where Rosie posts um, readings, and we post information and things like that. So it's kind of it's all about this theme for this year is about embodied perception, from awareness to embodied perception. So we use different mediums to, uh, you know, everything becomes an oracle. Your body, animals, you know, nature, whatever it is. Uh, a cup of tea, like tea leaves.
Yeah.
You read tea leaves,
Hmm.
and also
Hmm.
runes and stuff. So it's fun to see the different mediums that you can use for messages.
Hmm.
Um, And then if you wanted to reach out to us for private readings or sessions, we're welcome. You're welcome to reach out to us via email. So this is our information, and that is it for this month. And we hope that this this reading serves you well in getting that message out. So thank you, Rosie.
Thank you, Carole. This was really fun. Really,
It was.
we're trying to, one of our themes are this year is about awareness and embodiment. And so both of us are constantly trying to stretch ourselves to be good role models for what we put out through Body of Wisdom Oracle and through Soulful Joyful Living. So this was a different venture for us. So we're stretching too. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. We hope to
Thank
see
you.
you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. See you next time.